I want to thank my colleague Jim Ramsey for pinch hitting for me last month in bringing this video recording to you. You may know that I was out for several weeks having had rotator cuff surgery on one of my shoulders, and so I wasn't able to do the recording. For those of you who knew about that and prayed for me, thanks for your prayers. I'm doing really well, and I'm grateful for your prayers. Even casual observers of religious trends around the world recognize that an extraordinary shift has taken place in world Christianity over the last 100 years. What's happened is that the center of gravity of the Christian movement has really shifted from North America and Western Europe to what we refer to as the Global South. The percentage of the world's population who are followers of Jesus is relatively the same today as it was 100 years ago, but where the majority of Christians live is dramatically different today than at the same time 100 years ago. With that shift has also come a monumental shift in the world missions movement. Just a couple of generations ago, if you said missionary, you were probably talking about a white person from North America or Europe. But much like the change in global Christianity, missionaries today are from all over the world. Increasing numbers are non-white, non-Western, sent out by churches from across the Global South. And we celebrate what God is doing in that regard. Well, that shift has great significance for us as a North American mission agency. It brings to us new opportunities and new responsibilities. And chief among those is the task of coming alongside the emerging mission movement in the Global South to encourage and to help equip our sisters and brothers in what used to be mission receiving countries but are now mission sending countries, encouraging and equipping them for their new role in world missions. And I know it's no surprise to you when I remind you that the Mission Society is deeply engaged in that kind of work. Well, as 2011 drew to a close and 2012 has begun, the pace at which we're engaged in that mobilizing and equipping ministry seems to be accelerating. Let me illustrate that for you. Just a few weeks ago, in early December, a team from the Mission Society conducted our first ever International Mobilization Conference for French-speaking West African countries. It was held in Togo, West Africa, and church leaders were there from 5 French-speaking countries of West Africa. We're excited about that new development. As I'm recording this message on January the 20th, we have a team in Haiti who are spending this week training more than 50 pastors and leaders from a number of different Haitian denominations for their own mission outreach. By the time you receive this video, another team will be in Kenya for about a week and a half of consultations with top leaders from churches and agencies in Kenya that together represent probably 10 million Kenyan believers. The purpose of the consultation is to prepare the way for 2 events that will take place later in the year when we go to Kenya to do our first missionary training, an extended missionary training for Kenyan missionaries, and then later in the year another International Mobilization Conference for Kenyan leaders. And then in the second half of February, a team from the Society will conduct mission mobilization conferences in 2 new locations in India. You may recall that we did our first ministry like that in India last winter, and now we're going back to 2 more locations. And so God seems to really be accelerating our involvement in coming alongside the global mission movement to encourage and to equip our brothers and sisters who are just beginning to get engaged in reaching beyond their own geographic or people group borders to new areas with the gospel. Now, the interesting thing is that at the same time, new missionary candidates from churches across the United States are applying to the Mission Society in record numbers. We're looking at a missionary candidate week in March that will be one of the largest group of candidates that we've ever had at one time. So there's really never been a more exciting time in which to join Jesus in his mission. God is up to some significant things, and we're thrilled to be a part of them. So friends, I want to thank you for your faithful prayers and your support of the Mission Society. Without that, we wouldn't be engaged in the things that I've just been sharing with you about. You're a vital part of this ministry, and I want you to know how grateful I am for your partnership.